The world wasn't watching. But the Philippines made history anyway. Not once, not twice, but over and over again. From the Olympic stage to outer space, Filipinos have stunned the globe in ways that rarely make headlines, but deserve to be shouted from the rooftops. So today we're giving credit where it's long overdue. Here are 12 times Filipinos shocked the world and made their entire country proud. Let's start with a moment that shook the entire nation and the world. Hidilyn Diaz, a weightlifter from Zamboanga City, made history at the 2020 Tokyo Olympics, held in 2021 due to the pandemic, becoming the first Filipino to ever win an Olympic gold medal. But it wasn't just that she won, it was how she won. She lifted 224 kilograms, crying as the Philippine anthem played for the first time on Olympic gold. No one expected it, except the millions of Filipinos watching with hope in their hearts. And suddenly, the world knew her name. Yes, that José Rizal. Before he became a national hero and revolutionary, Rizal was a brilliant doctor and scientist. In the 1880s, he developed an improved treatment for leprosy while working in exile in Dapitan. What many don't realize is that European doctors began studying Rizal's work after his execution. To this day, medical historians point to his pioneering approach in using natural treatments and patient dignity, something radical at the time. You've heard of Neil Armstrong, but have you heard of Chino Roque? In 2023, Chino trained for spaceflight under the Philippine astronaut program, and while his official mission is still pending, the world already took notice. The fact that a country with no major space agency trained an astronaut candidate on par with NASA and ESA was enough to surprise everyone. The global science community had to stop and say, wait, the Philippines is going to space? Yes, we are. Here's the one that really turns heads. In a 2024 International AI and Innovation Competition, a 17-year-old Filipina named Ayesha Fatima from Davao designed a low-cost disaster warning system using recycled parts and open-source AI. And it beat entries from schools backed by Google, MIT, and Stanford. Her project is now being tested for rollout in typhoon-prone areas across Southeast Asia. A teenager, with barely any resources, may have just saved thousands of lives. Let that sink in. When Trese premiered on Netflix, people expected just another cartoon. What they got was a dark, stunning, deeply Filipino supernatural world, and it went global overnight. For the first time, mainstream audiences around the world saw Filipino folklore on screen, tikbalangs, white ladies, aswangs, and they were hooked. Filipino animators didn't just make a show, they put an entire mythology on the world stage. Okay, this one's fun. Did you know that the sing-along karaoke machine was perfected by a Filipino? While Japan invented the original system, Roberto del Rosario filed a patent in 1975 for the sing-along system that became the karaoke we know today. That's right, karaoke, a staple at every party from Tokyo to Toronto, is Filipino-engineered, and we've been singing off-key with pride ever since. In 2023, the Miss Philippines organization shocked the pageant world by announcing no more height requirements for its candidates. The world rolled its eyes at first, until they saw the diversity and confidence in the next batch of contestants. Soon, pageants in South Korea, Mexico, and even France started considering similar changes. The Philippines proved that beauty has no single measurement, just heart, soul, and courage. During the darkest days of the pandemic, it was often Filipino nurses, in Italy, the United States, and the United Kingdom, who stayed behind. When others fled, they stayed, risked their lives, held patients' hands as they passed. The BBC, CNN, and even the UK Parliament honored Filipino frontline workers as the hidden backbone of global healthcare, quiet heroes who shocked the world by choosing compassion over fear. This one's in progress, but the world is watching. As of 2025, the Philippines is the only country besides Vatican City with no divorce law. But a major citizen-led movement, largely powered by women and OFWs, is pushing to change that, not by violent protests but through education, debate, and resilience. Whether you support it or not, one thing is clear. Filipinos are redefining change, peacefully, intelligently, and with dignity. The University of the Philippines singing ambassadors have taken gold at nearly every world choral competition, beating countries with way bigger budgets and musical infrastructures. Why does it shock people? Because this isn't just a choir, it's a story of talent meeting tradition, with harmonies rooted in folk culture, bayanihan, and soul. When they sing, judges cry, and the world applauds. In 2022, a Filipino overseas worker who started out as a nanny in Dubai was elected community mayor of a large housing district. Her name, Marites Santos. Her platform, education access and fair labor rights. It sent a shockwave through local politics, and honestly inspired Filipinos across the globe that your background doesn't define your future. You heard that right. In 2024, Filipino engineers helped launch Maya 5, the first satellite partially made of bamboo, proving that sustainable materials can actually survive outer space. The mission stunned space agencies everywhere. Wait, they used what? And yet it worked. Once again, Filipinos turned limitations into innovation, and well, the world took notes. So the next time someone says, "It's just the Philippines," show them this list. Because from space to science, from sacrifice to song, Filipinos keep showing up when no one expects it, and delivering greatness. We don't need the spotlight, we shine anyway. Let us know in the comments which story surprised you the most, or which moment of Filipino brilliance you think deserves more attention. And hey, if you're proud to be Pinoy, or proud of the Pinoys in your life, hit that like button. Because these aren't just Filipino wins, they're human ones.